You should tell them they shouldn't fight. Oh, problem solved.
Oh! I know. Fighting is bad. Smack her on the hand.
G.I. Joe.
Winners don't do drugs.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Bookend Gaming.
Yeah.
We're in a library for some reason.
Yeah, and I'm Eric.
Oh, right, I'm Travis.
And you're Phil.
Oh, right. They're not going to understand that at all.
They're not.
Well, I don't know, because I uploaded a video yesterday, and we went from Phil to Faffles.
Right.
So I don't know which one's canon now.
Well, I think we decided on Phil because we said it in another playthrough one. Then.
Oh, okay. It's very confusing.
Because it's plural. It's just Phil.
Let's just not tell them what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Just go back and watch other things other than Katawa if you want to know.
It's all too easy to want to shed some negative quality of yours. When I think of everyone I know, it's those qualities that I like the best. What are we talking about?
Who knows?
Do you remember?
Not even slightly.
This is a new session, and I don't know what's going on.
Been 2 weeks since we played. I don't think I really regret it. I thought as long as I could remember the good times, that was enough. It's weird that I don't remember any of this. We'll have 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And I just completely blank it from my memory. But somehow I can still remember the voices.
You remember all the voices.
Yeah.
For all the games we played.
Right. I don't know. Sorry.
I noticed a couple students trying to trickle into the library and decide that my time is up.
Get out!
No, that was helpful.
I lie.
I feel like two of my friends are fighting because one of them is taking the fact that we might not see each other again after we graduate. Graduate.
Are you sure you're going to graduate?
Yeah, really hard. And the other is probably being stoic about it, which only makes it worse. I don't get how I'm supposed to handle this kind of situation. It doesn't seem like the kind of problem where I'll have to end up taking a side, but it could turn out that way, and then I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Yeah, totally. You shouldn't take your girlfriend's side. Always
Right.
take your girlfriend's side. What the hell? Even if she's wrong. No, that's a terrible way to live your life. You should tell them they shouldn't fight. Oh, problem solved.
Oh! I know. Fighting is bad. Smack her on the hand.
G.I. Joe.
Winners don't do drugs. It's not Shizune and Misha, by the way.
Okay, I wasn't really thinking that, though. Now I am.
How embarrassing. Even though I knew it would be, I still feel my cheeks redden. And even so, I still said something so transparent and blatantly a lie. But could be that sometimes that is the right way. It's not Shizune and Misha, it's Mishuze and Sheenus.
Yeah, Sheenus?
Yes, my best friends. Sheenus, best girl. Do you have any books about people who have to make hard decisions?
We have a lot of self-help books.
That's like most books.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories that have that.
It's funny that I can find that surprising because I wouldn't have only a few months ago. I meant about, not for. There aren't many, right?
Are you dumb? Yes, not many, I mean. What are you talking about? There's so many books.
Right.
Just most fiction, the main protagonist has some kind of problem.
You have to have a problem,
That's...
otherwise the story is boring as shit.
Yeah.
Though I feel a bit apprehensive about it, I want to talk to Shizune. I don't understand why I feel nervous about it. I think I know, and that disgusts me a little. It also I can't speak tonight.
It's been too long. We've lost it. Cancel the playthrough.
It also motivates me to look for her right then and there, although I don't have to look very hard. She's in the student council room, as always.
She doesn't have a dorm room.
Worryingly, Misha isn't with her. When Shizune notices me and looks up from her paperwork, the first thing I ask is where she is.
You ask about Misha a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. There is so much uncertainty in her answer. I don't know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually an uncertain answer.
That I can't let it go just like that. Tell me where she is. She's missing a lot of school. Are you the attendance police? I mean, kind of. We're in student council. That's really strange coming from the student council president. Shizune hides a laugh behind a cupped hand, and I start to think that I might be worrying for nothing. But then her laughter slowly fades away to a more serious and pensive expression. You're right. Yesterday.
All my troubles seem so far away.
I catch the hint of a knowing smile on her face when she sees my poorly hidden panic at the word. Despite her best efforts, she can't help being satisfied in eliciting surprise from everyone else to the very end. Even then, I can see that she has bigger concerns from how quickly her smile vanishes. Before either of you noticed me, I saw what you were saying. I'm not stupid. If I hadn't, I could see through Misha while we were walking back. Even if she hadn't told me everything later, she didn't make a big deal out of it, but any way you look at it, it's my fault, isn't it?
Oh God, how much did she tell you?
What did she tell you?
As you slowly back away to the door.
Shizune winces at the question, though it's clear she's been expecting it. She follows it up with a very grand gesture. She kicks me in the nuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
A lot. Like that I can be selfish and confusing. I try too hard to bring people around me, and then push them away. I didn't know what I should do. I thought she was right to mention all of those things, so I just agreed with her, but that only made things worse. I don't understand. Adjusting her glasses, she looks pretty tired. I hope it isn't because she's been busy avoiding Misha, but I can't help considering the possibility, seeing where this conversation is going. It's true, even the student council being this small, and us always being swamped with work, is my fault. I might have ended up driving a lot of people off and away from the student council, acting like that. Shizune wags a finger mischievously, acknowledging that might is an understatement. However, from how wearily she does it, it's obvious the humor is only to put me at ease, and therefore not genuine. Like Lily, for instance. She was the first person to join when I started trying to recruit people again after everyone else left. Because they couldn't stand me, I guess. We managed to put together the last festival, and even ran a booth together at the last minute. But I didn't like her, because I thought she was selfish, always holding us up in order to tend to one friend of hers or another, and leaving Misha and me alone to sort out things involving the whole school by ourselves.
Helping friends, that selfish bitch.
If there were any problem she was going through, she would leave us high and dry while she panicked over it, and wouldn't come back until it was solved. She would focus on it 100% and be too preoccupied to focus on any student council work. That was the worst, to me, that she could be so nice and still take so many people for granted. Why even join the student council then? It seems so short-sighted and selfish, don't you think?
Well, Lily's not one to be short-sighted.
She's very short-sighted. You haven't said a word in like 10 minutes, so I guess I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah.
But it's actually me who's that way, because I have glasses. Like Misha said, always trying to pull people close to me and then shutting them out. That is how I've treated her, which makes me a bad friend, and it feels like I did the same thing to you then, so I guess I'm a bad girlfriend, too, even if Misha says that you might as well replace her. I'm angry that I screwed things up enough for it to get this out of hand. All I wanted was to... She pauses to look for the right words, tenting her fingers in concentration. Make people happy, I think. Even though that seems like a simple way to put it. As she rests her head against her hand, Shizune's bangs fall delicately across her eyes, hidden behind those polished glasses, reflecting just the tiniest bit of light.
Well, you can brush her hair behind her ear. Perfect opportunity.
Everything will be okay. It may be wrong to think so, but right now she seems especially beautiful. I like it when they cry. Like a more
Jesus.
Like a more complete person. It feels like this is my first chance to respond to her outpouring of emotions. Replacing Misha as Shizune's interpreter? Misha must be joking. It took all my energy to keep up with her just now, her signing filled with gestures that I've never even seen before.
Well, you translated it like perfectly.
Right, and you didn't really seem to have too much of a problem. Likely, their habits picked up from Misha and developed from years of them being together. I could never replace someone so close to her. Oh god, now we're jealous of Misha. I like you because I like you. Perfect Valentine's Day card.
The end.
Not because I got tricked into it by you.
God, just become like a polyamorous threesome relationship.
Right.
Call it a day.
Despite how hard she tried, anyway, I continue to stare back into her eyes as sharp as ever. The first time I saw them, they had seemed a bit intimidating to me, like the eyes of a predator. That hasn't changed, which I find reassuring. I still want to make everyone happy. Starting with Misha? No. What are you implying, you asshole? Shizune looks a bit annoyed that I would imply she would start with anyone else, and smiles confidently as though a friend's sadness is a physical opponent she can just strangle into submission.
She does like making people submit.
Yeah. Of course, obviously, naturally, other words, that's me, taking off her glasses. Oh, weird. She leans back in her chair and lets out a sigh. It's the first time I've seen her without them on, but I don't get a good look before she slips them back on. Okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
Is there a reason behind that?
I don't know. He just forgot to draw glasses for that sprite, so...
They save it as a separate sprite.
Yeah, I gotta come up with something.
But I'm too tired to start today. First thing tomorrow. Do you want to help? Yeah. And I have other student council stuff you could help me with while you're at it.
I knew it! It was a trap all along. For like the last month, it's all been leading to this.
Finally! And she brings out like 7 boxes from the closet.
Yeah.
Although it turns out that there isn't much other work at all. So I go to bed. Good night.
Yep.
Well, that was a lot of Shizune talk.
It sure was. I could have just taken a nap.
Yeah. I don't think you had a part, did you?
No. I mean, I was what's-her-face right in the beginning.
Well, yeah. And you were here, helping me tell jokes.
Yeah. Sure.
There's no school today, so I expected to be able to sleep in late. Unfortunately, I'm awakened by someone mercilessly pounding on my door at 8 in the morning. At first, I think it could be Kenji, but when my shouts of annoyance go unanswered, I realize it's Shizune.
Whoa.
I mean, last time you yelled, and it was Kenji anyways.
Yeah.
So she immediately backs away from the door when I open it, quickly concealing something behind her back. Kind of ominous.
It's her father's sword.
What's that? Is it a surprise? I don't really like surprises. Well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
She got me a card that says I like you because I like you. The displeased expression on her face says that she wants me to stop being such a wet blanket, but she's too busy fumbling with what's behind her back to sign it. Oh, well.
She just dropped it.
Yes. Where's it at right now? It must be frustrating for her because seconds later she swings the object out proudly and also a little dangerously. It's a giant dildo.
Oh, God.
Ta-da! A picnic basket. We can have lunch together, the 3 of us.
It's 8 in the morning.
It's fine, breakfast. It's not really a basket. It looks more like a plastic bag. Are we really going to nitpick on this?
Right. Taking
a quick look inside, I can see that most of the food inside is also store-bought, not homemade. Ugh.
God, you're useless.
Some items still have the price stickers on. Jesus.
$1, way to splurge.
My girlfriend sucks. Get in the kitchen, why don't you? There's a very diverse selection here, though. Even a tiny tin of caviar. Jesus. I'm slowly becoming more impressed with this lunch. I pick a grape out of there and pop it in my mouth.
How dare you?
Don't just take things like that. I spent all night perfecting this final weapon. Shizune places it down on the ground to free up her hands and immediately starts playfully tapping it between her feet like a soccer ball. Definitely not what you should do to anything you're going to call a final weapon or food.
Yeah, gross.
All part of my get Misha to stop being so depressed plan. I stayed up all last night working on it.
Well, we know what you think of Misha. Just give her a bunch of food.
I know what you can do that can make her less sad.
Yeah.
When we tried to order in last time, Misha barely got anything and used it as an excuse to leave early. I won't let her get off so easily this time. The food is already here, so she'll have to sit down and eat with us. It's the perfect bait. Doesn't everything look irresistible? I tried to make it myself, but I don't know how to make it look all fancy, so I ended up buying everything, so I didn't make any of it myself.
Yeah, I mean, how do you make grapes, though?
It took years. Still looks delicious, doesn't it? It should be. She's very perky today, juiced up on the thought of cheering Misha up. Although it's odd to see her so happy about it, I know that she's just as unsure now as she was yesterday. The only thing that has changed is that by viewing it as another sort of challenge for herself, she can put her worries aside and throw herself into it recklessly.
I'm sure this ought to go really well. I'll bring her there. She'll see the food, and then you lock the door behind her.
Okay, that's foolproof.
Yeah, she totally won't freak out.
It's okay, this is the good ending, right?
I mean,
Everything's gonna go swimmingly.
it's supposed to be.